Hey everyone, it's Joe from greenlightsound.com, and in today's video, I would like to go over some of the plugins that are on sale for Black Friday 2020 that I use, that I highly recommend. This is not an overview of everything that's going on sale because there was just a ton of sales from many different manufacturers. But these are some of the highlights for me of tools that I use and ones that I think could be helpful for you potentially. So the first one we're going to take a look at is Steven Slate Drums Trigger 2 Platinum, which is a drum replacer or drum enhancer. So we can take a kick drum part, for example. This isn't instantiated right now, which sounds like this. And we have a sample loaded up here. We can blend to taste. And the Platinum version comes with a ton of different presets here. We have the Platinum kit presets for Steven Slate drums, some based on famous bands or famous songs. Down below that, we've got Trigger 2 samples, individual drum elements, a ton. You can, of course, import your own samples or third-party samples into here as well. So Trigger 2, Platinum version, $49, great deal. The next tool we're going to look at that's on sale for Black Friday 2020 is the Sonox Oxford Inflator plugin for $39. I actually did a separate video on this a few weeks back. This is a great tool for adding apparent loudness and thickness and saturation to your signal. If I take a drum part, for example, and I'll just dial the effect in, you'll hear what it does. Push the input, bring the output down. And it just does a great job of thickening things up, adding some excitement, adding some energy, adding some of that harmonic content, and adding some of that apparent loudness. So Oxford Inflator, $39. The next one we're going to look at is the Plugin Mix VIP Bundle, which is actually a big group of plugins, a bundle of plugins, where each plugin does one specific job. And it covers everything from amp sims to EQ to compression to effects. It's all in there. So it's a really good bundle at $50. I'm going to show you on the right-hand side. This is the Plugin Mix folder with all of the VIP Bundle plugins in it over here on the right. We've got everything from this American Tweed amp, British Tone, another amp, California Tones like a Mesa Boogie amp, Clarisonics is an EQ, a flanger, a Univibe, a Lo-Fi plugin, the Tilt plugin we'll look at in a second, digital plate, digital reverb, Dimension 3D like a Roland Dimension D, chorus plugin, distortion, Echo Flex is like an Echo Plex, filter plugins, multi-tap delays, wah plugins, octave plugins, pitch shifting, ring modulation, retro compressor and equalizer are sort of like API style. Limiter, more amps. I mean, it's just got a tons of stuff in here. Trans control for our transient modulation. Vinylizer for some lo-fi sort of vinyl effects. But each does one specific job really well. So for example, the Deluxe Tilt EQ, if your mix is too dull or too bright, or any element of your mix is too dull or too bright, this is an easy fix. Here's the drum part. You want to make it brighter, you go to the right. And darker, you go to the left. It literally tilts the EQ, boosts the high end, cuts the low end, or boosts the low end and cuts the high end. Really easy fix right there. Here is their transient modulator, so you can get some more attack to your signal and less sustain. Here's their Echoplex tape delay. So that lo-fi tape degrading sound. The rotator's their Leslie simulation. The fast speed. As if you're putting it through a Leslie rotating speaker. So just a great deal. Lots of great tools in there. And at $49, it's hard to beat the amount of range this package covers. So there it is, the Plugin Mix VIP bundle. Next one we're going to look at here is Izotope's Vinyl plugin, which is a great deal in that it's free. Absolutely free download from Izotope. And they recently updated this vinyl plugin. And I'll engage it and you'll hear what it does. This is 1930s setting, 50s. Gets more hi-fi as you go along. Change the RPM, make it lo-fi, increase the wear, put scratch noise in there, warp it. That sort of pitch modulation from the record being warped. And this cool spin down feature. There it is. Izotope's Vinyl. Great plugin, free. The next tool we're going to look at is an old school one. This is the Metric Halo Channel Strip 3 for Black Friday. This one retails for $49. And this covers every need you could possibly imagine in a channel strip. You've got gating and expansion, many different styles of compression, even like 1176 and LA2A sort of style compression. You've got a pretty full-featured 6-band EQ, which can be manipulated through the actual knobs here or by dragging the EQ points. You've got spectrum analysis, a limiter, a delay compensation if some of your tracks are not aligned. It's just a great channel strip plugin. So this is the plugin that many pros started to use when they were moving away from using their SSL console desks and into the digital world. The Metric Halo Channel Strip 3, highly recommended. And this next one is not as well known of a company in Nembrini Audio, not as big as some of the others, but if you've ever used Pro Tools before and you missed the best two stock Pro Tools plugins, which are LoFi and the SansAmp plugin, you can get these now to work in any DAW from Nembrini Audio. This is a copy of sort of Avid's LoFi plugin, and it adds some nice grit and distortion to everything. You barely dial these in, and it sounds really cool. So here's a snare drum by itself, and then I'll dial in some of the saturation and distortion. Without it, and with. Just thickens things up nicely. Really good trick for Pro Tools users. If you got LoFi from Avid, use it. But this works in any DAW here. And the other Nembrini plugin we're going to take a look at works great on lots of sources, but especially bass, the SansAmp plugin. So that other one, LoFi, was only $19.75. This one is $17.25. And it's a really great deal. You just dial in some really nice crunch with this one. Here's the bass part without SansAmp. Then I'll dial it in. Without it, and with. You can really mangle stuff with this one. I'll just pick a preset for bass and bass overdrive. There we go. And that works especially well in parallel. You want to really just crush a bass part and put it in with the natural bass signal. Really helps to cut through the mix. So that's a SansAmp clone. Works great in any DAW. The next one we're going to look at is Addictive Drums 2 from XLN Audio, and they've got this cool bundle called the Custom Bundle for $86.97, or around $87. It comes with the core engine for Addictive Drums 2, 3 add-on packs, 3 MIDI packs, and 3 kit piece packs where you can kind of pick and choose individual kit pieces, kit elements like a single snare, kick drum, or whatever you want to use. But if you pick 3 of your favorite kits, you get some good variety here. The Fairfax kits are incredible. They were recorded at Sound City Studios, formerly Sound City. They sound great. And you can choose all different kinds of processing on each one. If you go back to different kits, you got 2 volumes of the Fairfax kits. Black Velvet Boutique Mallets, Soul R&B. United Heavy is pretty cool. It was recorded at United Studios, formerly Ocean Way in California. This one's got some great sounds in it. Just a big fat sounding kit for United Heavy. You've also got United Pop, same recording studio, but different sounds. Listen to a little bit of that one. So you can tell Addictive Drums really kind of excels at mix ready drum sounds. They sound really good right off the bat. Don't need a ton of extra processing. Vintage Dry is a great one. You got session percussion, indie, metal, real machines, all kind of 808s and 909s. The funk kit, jazz kit, Retroplex, kind of a 70s kit. Blue Oyster's really cool. This one's sort of a Led Zeppelin style Ludwig Blue Oyster kit. Led Big, Led Zeppelin style. Early Led Zeppelin. Pop Room. Just old style kit. Black Oyster's cool too, Beatles style. Ludwig Black Oyster drum kit. You can go straight to sort of a Beatles sound here. Motown. The old school drum kit there. And a bunch of others you can choose from. So just a really great deal to get 3 of these kits, 3 MIDI packs, and 3 individual kit pieces for that price is great for Addictive Drums too. It's kind of sticking with drums a little bit. If I go to Toontrack's website here, they've got some Black Friday week deals. I'm recording this on Wednesday before Black Friday, so they're going to release some more throughout the week. But you can get Easy Drummer 2 for $81. You can get Superior Drummer 3 and an add-on kit included for free. This one, Easy Keys Upright Piano, if you buy that, you're getting the whole core Easy Keys library, which is fantastic. And then you can, of course, export the MIDI and use whatever sounds you want. So if you just are interested in Easy Keys for like the song building part of it, this is a great way to get your feet wet. You've got some MIDI included. Easy Mix is a pretty cool tool. And you've got independent SDX included for a Superior Drummer 3 add-on. So check out Toontrack's website if you want to see these deals. I use Toontrack stuff all the time. Superior Drummer 3 is awesome sounding for drums. And then Easy Keys songwriting stuff is really, really cool. Just to show you a little bit of that in action. You just kind of add a MIDI block here and you can choose whatever key you want. D, add 9. Then you can add MIDI variations to it using all these different MIDI packs. Just a really cool, easy to use songwriting tool for Easy Keys. So with that $39 price point to get into it with the upright piano version, it's a good deal. The next deal I'd like to highlight is Waves. Waves is going to give a free plugin out on Black Friday. All you have to do is sign up with your email address. It looks, from some of the early promotional stuff around it, like it's going to be a Chris Lord-Alge effects plugin, sort of reverb and delay plugin. It looks like it could be potentially pretty cool, so I highly recommend that. It's going to be free, so if you hate it, delete it. It's no big deal. But there it is from Waves. Now, Waves is going to have a lot of Black Friday deals, I'm sure, but it's really hard to recommend specific things from Waves since their stuff is almost always on sale throughout the year. They're constantly running different sales, so there might be something amazing price-wise that comes out on Black Friday, but a month after Black Friday, it'll probably be on sale again. So not so much of a deal on Wave stuff since they do have sales so frequently. And the last thing I'm going to talk about are Soundtoys plugins. Now, if you've never used Soundtoys stuff, it is absolutely fantastic. They don't make a single bad plugin. Every single one they make is, in my mind, sort of a classic and is used all the time. You've got the entire Soundtoys 5 bundle, everything for $229, which sounds like a lot. It is, but it's a great deal for what you're getting. You've got individual plugins within that from somewhere between $29 and $69 each. But the full thing also includes this, which is the effect rack, kind of houses all of them if you want to use them all at once in series. Here are all the different Soundtoys plugins on the right. Some of the big highlights, I mean, they're all great, but some of the highlights are Decapitator, which is like a saturation distortion, Devil Lock for crazy compression. Echo Boy is a classic echo delay unit. I mean, just really good stuff. So for example, within this effect rack, I pulled up a preset called Giant Metal Cube on the vocal part. I'll dial it in from dry to wet. You'll hear what it does.
Let me say to you, and if you leave before.
Just crazy effects. I can go to another vocal effect. I'll go to basics here. Micro Shift Classic. There we go. So this has some saturation into some pitch shifting.
Let me say to you, and if you
Without it.
leave before the morning.
And it gets really wide.
Let me say to you,
Studio Tape Pong is going to be a delay with Echo Boy.
let me say to you, and if you leave before.
So I highly recommend Soundtoys stuff. It's just fantastic, and it's a great deal for Black Friday. So there they are, some of the plugins that I use all the time that are on sale for Black Friday that I feel like are pretty good deals if you want to pick them up. Let me know if you have any other ideas in the comment section down below. If there's anything I left out, like I said, I didn't cover everything. There's a ton on sale, but these are kind of the ones I use all the time. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already so we can keep you in the loop as to what's coming up next, and I'll see you in the next one.